Alright, what's up guys? We are out here in lovely Tokyo, Japan for our early preview of Granblue Fantasy Versus. So my name is Juna, I'm joined with
Majin Obama, and of course, you guys already know, man. Arc System Works, Side Games bringing you this this new fighting game, and who better to show it off than Side Games beats Daigo and Fuudo?
So look at Daigo, yeah, he's pretty lost. I'm looking forward to this match, especially because it's Daigo, right?
Yeah.
This guy is one of the best programmers in the world, but he's not known for being a quick learner, right?
And then on the other side, you got Fuudo, who kind of does have that reputation, right? We watched him just break games down so quickly over the years, being able to find the grind very quickly.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna bring out a player to kind of demonstrate a game before anyone's got their hands on, it's got to be Fuudo.
For sure.
Daigo, good luck, buddy. Anyway, let's check out the video and see what's happening here. They filmed this a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah, I think sometime last week. Brought in Aru, and then two of the leads who worked on this game, right? You have Pachi, courtesy of Arc System Works, and then Fukuhara-san from Side Games.
So here we go. It looks like they're going to run a team battle here, a pro player and a coach. How about you? Who would you choose if you had to pick? Which one? With the players, who do you want?
Players? You don't even want to ask me, man. Fuudo. I'm going Fuudo every time. Fuudo every time. And then coach, if I had the choice, you gotta go with the SBO vets, man. I'm gonna pick Pachi.
How about the characters? So it looks like they have choices from 5 characters here. So we have Gran. Oh, he's doing a little explanation here. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Gran is pretty much he's what the protagonist of Granblue, right? And just what you would expect, a pretty standard character, right? He has a fireball, has an uppercut, showing off you some of the supers there.
Yeah, so just like a well-rounded, right? Just the standard dude. And here's Catalina here, all around.
I love a lady in uniform, man. Look at that reach.
Yeah, so you see the sword is like half-screen normals right now. Yeah, longer reach than Gran's pointing out right
she's
there.
the kind of character that'll excel in the mid-range and long-range like that. Very long pokes. And also has access to a fireball, has access to an uppercut like that. Kind of a standard character.
Here's Charlotta in English, I don't know, but small. We know every fighting game, small characters always have that little advantage. Look, she's hard to hit. She has a huge crown, of course, but I bet you can't hit that. Look at that. She got a counter, too.
She got a big hit, yeah. Her ability lets her parry normals, especially, you know, she's kind of a speedy character. She's able to close in the gap and do some damage up close, but she also has the threat of that parry in the long range. And this character...
Yeah, so you know what, she's the fastest Lancelot, right?
Yeah, this character, you already know what time it is. So most characters in this game, they only are limited to jumps, right? This is one character who has unique air movement, and he'll be able to show that off. Just a moment, you see his access to a fireball like that, and a ground dash along the floor like that.
And this is your girl, though. Hold on, you actually played the game, right? And you kept talking about Fairy. I want to see. I didn't have a chance to see it.
As much as I love a lady in uniform, I love a girl with cat ears, man. She's showing you off that long range, man. Look at this. She has uppercut, fireball, set play.
She seems like maybe the most technical character out of the 5 right now.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So maybe if you're new, if you're coming from the card game, maybe you want to start out playing Gran or Catalina. So you have more fighting game experience, maybe go with Fairy. And right off the bat, Fuudo able to beat Daigo. And John Ken, no, wait.
The comeback.
Yeah.
Ume scissors every time.
I knew it. I had a guess. I was like, I bet Fuudo is going to go with Fairy or Lancelot. They seem a bit trickier, you know, a bit harder to use. Daigo keeping it simple.
Yeah, when I first got a chance to touch the game, I could definitely see Daigo running Gran or Catalina, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we forgot to mention though, so the reason why we are out here right now, why they allowed us to come out and watch early, because we're here to talk about the beta test.
Yeah.
The beta test has been announced already. I'm sure if you're watching the video, you're familiar. If you're not, you can apply for it right now.
Yeah, of course, the deadlines are going to kick in on May 23rd and May 24th. 11 p.m. PDT on May 23rd, 6 a.m. GMT on May 24th. And you know that beta test is going to kick off on May 31st. Run until June 1st.
Yeah, it's like 3 days, right?
Yeah. Make sure you guys sign up, get in there, and at least get a taste of the game early on.
Yeah, it's free, right? Free to sign up, free to play. It's going to be packed, so you should be able to easily get some matches online. If you're a streamer, if you're a content creator as well, it's a great opportunity, right? Just get the footage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to play like I mentioned earlier, but I was reading some of the notes here. So they're explaining there's a guard button in this game, which is unique, in addition to the regular guarding.
Yeah, so you can manually guard. You have access to a guard button, which is going to make it, it's going to be very strong against like cross-up kind of attacks, right? And most characters, their jump mediums are going to give you cross-ups. And also there's some supers in the game that can kind of create some nasty set play potential like that.
Oh, she's still on a block after that. And there was Chip.
Yeah, man, bro, she's nasty.
Yeah,
she's nasty. So the other thing that you want to take notice of is also standard jumps, but also there's an ability button that'll let you do some of your specials with the press of a button, and that's going to have cooldown effects, right? But if you manually input the command, the cooldown will be shorter time.
Yeah, so it's a good system, right? Again, this is Granblue. I'm sure the majority of the people, myself included, my first experience with this was the card game, right? So if you don't have that fighting game background, you can choose to use the ability button. If you are a bit, a veteran, you can do the manual inputs there. You get a little bit of bonus, but it's not so much that you have to use it like that. What is Daigo's face doing? Uh-oh. All right, their practice is over. And look at the difference. Like, Daigo's like, oh, man, I didn't have enough time.
The Fuudo just exuding confidence after a little bit of a practice run.
Shout out to Ari-san, one of Japan's most famous commentators out here. But here we go. Daigo versus Fuudo and their respective coaches.
Now, Gina, you know some of these guys better than anybody else. Why don't you make the call? How do you think this is going to go down?
All right. I have to... If I was betting money, I would have to go for Fuudo, but I think I am forced to cheer for Daigo. So I'm going to be on Team Daigo, okay? As a commentator.
I'm going to gladly get on Team Fuudo. I'm going to happily bet on him.
I have to cheer for Daigo. It's in my contract, right? There's no possibility that we'll lose. See, Daigo's not even talking right now. Pachi's the one trying to hype him up.
Of course, a lot like the past, too, right? Those guys have history.
Yeah, that's very interesting. You mentioned the same thing when you touched it, right? You played for a good long time, right? When you were studying, and you said it's a lot deeper, a lot harder than you thought by just looking at.
Yeah, certainly there's a lot more to it than first glance. I mean, if you're a veteran of Arc System Works fighting games, if you played some of those before, a lot of the systems and mechanics from those games are incorporated in some way, shape, or form in Granblue Versus.
Not just that, the art too. You see that classic new Arc System 2.5D style, like it's beautiful.
In motion, it looks fantastic.
Daigo's trolling right now. So here we go. Catalina against Lancelot. So we saw Catalina earlier in the little demo, right? A bit more standard, mid-range. Lancelot can be up close, use the mobility, get in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna see him try to force his way in using Fireball and then using those unique movement commands that he has.
It's a random landed to throw, no tech from Daigo. So this is my first time seeing the game in action, so I'm looking up at the top. If you guys are new, like me, I'm looking up under the health bar. They're the 4 abilities, right? So I want to see how fast the cooldown is after each one of these.
You see that time? Using the ability plus projectile to be able to try to close in the gap after. It's a slow-moving projectile like that. Good for locking your opponents in the block stun and just trying to close in the gap after.
Yeah, and immediately burn. He had 100 meters, so he burned it right away in the Skybound Art. Did a lot of damage. So Daigo is now under 30%. So this, he can get the Unleashed, right? The Super Skybound Art, if Daigo remembered.
So you have access to 2 supers for each character. Actually, there's a couple characters that are kind of different, but in general, you're going to have your 100% Skybound Art, and then you have the Kaiho Ogi, which is the super. When you get into 30%, you still have that 100% gauge just underneath the health bar, top of your screen. Okay. Daigo, what are you doing? The random super, and you know Fuudo's going to punish that.
Daigo's face. You got pranked, Daigo. You told me to do the wrong super, I guess. Yeah, that's not what I told you to do. Pachi already disappointed with the student. Yeah, I like all the notes too. It's very helpful there. We got counter, down, invincible. Letting you know what happens.
Yeah, and you notice that throw tech too, right? There's throws in this game and also throw techs, but there's also late techs.
Yep.
If you are able to tech the throw, but you're just a little bit late, you'll still take some damage from the throw.
Yeah, I like that. It's actually a bit advanced talk, but that's to kind of deal with defensive option selects and stuff. Try and make it a fair and honest fighter here. You build a lot of meter in this game too.
Yeah, moving forward deals you so much gauge, and also, you know, there's also a form of instant blocking too, right? And that's good for being able to save up gauge as well. So if you play at that high level, if you're kind of able to understand the game, how hits work, it'll be very easy for you to build up gauge and build up meter in this game.
I watched the Japanese players, right? So Daigo just kind of stole that round just using overheads. Every character in the game does have a universal overhead. I think they call it a heart attack. Fuudo ate like 5 of them.
Counter?
Yeah, that was off the powered up version too of that move. It's it's like an invincible DP that does bounce on counter hit. It's crazy. Fuudo lands a hit, can't do a combo though. There we go.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, was he able to punish her?
Wow.
He's trying to throw. He's out of range though. Daigo, use meter. Use your meter. Use your meter, Daigo.
See Fuudo just trying to bait him from full screen. There you go.
He overshot. Daigo ran up full screen, tried to bait out the throw. No good. He kind of threw it away. And that was my best character? No. Yep.
As expected. So you saw Fuudo use a lot of Lancelot's movement right there on the ground, right? Character's so fast. You saw him get in the throw range a lot of time, back up, wait for Daigo to press a button, then go in and try to tag him for it.
So Daigo going with Charlotte.
Very, yeah, as expected. I knew Fuudo when he saw this character. I was like, this character has way too many options for him not to pick this character.
She has what, like an air dash? She has a drill kick? She has projectiles?
She has
every set, yeah.
So that's Gigi, right? The little cat. You can throw it at different ranges along the screen, and also when it shocks, that's an attack. You lock your opponent in the block stun. Long reach character like this, right? Has access to a DP, fireball, mid-range kind of hit grab attack where you can choose to either explode them for a good bit of extra damage or reel them in and try to run some set play.
So the thing is, Daigo's playing Charlotte.
She's a dive kick too.
She got everything.
Dude, unique air movement. Wait for Fuudo to jump into the air. You'll see.
Yeah, I saw it earlier during the thing. She like flies across with the whip. But Charlotte, she's got one of her abilities is actually like a parry / counter. We might see the famous Daigo parry here in Granblue. DP through. Wow, DP's a lot of damage actually.
Yeah.
Right up throw. He mistimed it though. GG. Jumped up into GG.
And the other thing you saw Daigo using there was Charlotte's unique command jump, right? She can alter the trajectories of her jump like that, come down with an attack, feint with it, go forward, backward, whatever.
I guess we're relying on the heart attack, so he's not sure how to open up Fuudo, so he keeps going to the heart attacks, but it looks like Fuudo figured that out, and now he's just zoning her out. Yeah.
Light punishes, but he'll take that.
Oh, he comboed into the projectile off there.
Be careful, Daigo, be careful.
Daigo's lost. He's lost. He gets in, he goes for a grab.
Fuudo with the tech.
100 meter though.
And that's the beauty of this. You just put the ball out there.
Forget about it. It's coming. Oh, that's cool though. The ball doesn't bounce off the wall. I guess only in the corner.
A man jump.
He did the low and the throw. Pachi nodding. He's like, all right, Daigo, okay. So Fuudo's asking him, like, well, what is that jump attack she does? Can she go high? Can she go low? So very tricky technique. Fuudo still doesn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, it looks like his plan though is just taking advantage of Fairy's range, or just staying away.
Long range character versus a character that pretty much has to go in, right? So he's just trying to utilize that. You see
that's Fuudo showing off the projectile?
Yeah, Fuudo showing off the dive kick too in the air. Why does she have all this?
It's invincible. Alright, Daigo's turn. He's got Fuudo in the corner, right? This is where he wants him. Got a cross up.
Okay, Daigo.
Got 100 meter, Daigo. Another grab.
Into the throw.
Uh-oh. Oh no, the heart attack gets him again. Another heart attack. That's good. Just abusing that, man.
So greedy, man. So many resets in their overhead like that, and Fuudo ate.
You see Fuudo trying to tech the grab though, so that's cool about the heart attack. It's pretty fast. And one of the problems in some other games is when you go for an overhead, you can get thrown out of that. But the heart attack looks like they jump in the air, so that's a good way to beat that option. And now he's going back to Lancelot here, the final match, one-on-one. I still have my money on Fuudo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Overhead again.
And now Daigo, his overhead's paying dividends right now.
Yeah, it's the run-up overhead or throw mix-up right now from Daigo again, right? The overhead. With Catalina, I saw him combo after that too, but I'm not sure if he can do it.
Fuudo now closing in, trying to use some of that speed.
Yeah, both players. There we go. Finally now Fuudo's starting to recognize Daigo likes to go for the low after that. Crosses through, DP is baited.
That's right. As good as an option as, having a block button is going to be really strong against a lot of the cross-up stuff. Lancelot has access to a lot of left-right.
Yeah, no, if you're holding the block button, I'm sure you can't press an attack, right? So it's a bit different from holding back. And blocked again. Fuudo. He's giving props to Daigo's defense. He can't open up Charlotte. That's gotta just be because they just got their hands on the game. Lancelot looks like a really tricky character.
For sure, yeah. Maybe kind of a different. But this is also kind of the kind of character Fuudo I think could do well with.
It's also interesting too seeing these guys. This is the first time really trying to play a fast, high-paced game like this. Oh, tries anti-air, but Daigo's just going in. Daigo's holding forward.
Holding forward and then just emphasizing that overhead throw mix-up, like you said.
Okay, yeah, they got full meter here. Daigo's at low health. He's got access to the super skybound if he wants it.
You gotta burn the gauge though, Fuudo. You're sitting on all that meter.
There we go. Reversal super connected. 1-1. So does meter carry over? Let's see. Daigo finished with 100. Does it carry over? It does not. Okay.
Yeah,
So this is
resets
kind
in
of
between rounds, but that's the thing. You build meter in this game so quickly.
You want to make sure you use it.
Moving forward alone builds so much gauge.
Yeah, mainly they've only been using it mostly for the the skybound arts, but you do have powered up versions of your specials here, so you can spend meter for that.
That's right. Normally your attacks have cooldowns, right? But if you use the meter burn versions of those, they'll have longer cooldowns, but they also have added effects.
Better powers and everything. Now Daigo, watch out. This is match point. This is double match point right now. Life lead on Fuudo's side.
Set
Lands
point.
the hit.
Fuudo with the close confirm.
He got 100 meter. Oh,
He's
he's got 100.
punish. He got.
Daigo tries. This is the super skybound art. Blocked from Fuudo. He's got nothing left.
He punished. Oh, that's the hit. Fuudo takes it.
Daigo didn't want to block. He did not want to block at the end. Lancelot, doing what he does best, just gets in your face. Ta-da!
So Fukuhara-san and Fuudo were able to take it over Daigo and Pachi.
The fist bump. Yeah, it was mainly his Lancelot, right? It's very, but like we mentioned, very seems more technical. Maybe he just needs a bit more time. But let's see. What does Daigo think of this game? I'm interested.
いや、すごいシステムたくさんあって、今はまだもちろん使いこなせ
Yeah,
ないん
yeah.
ですけど、これを組み合わせたらどうなっていくのかなっていうワクワクを持ちながら。
Yeah, they had a little bit under an hour, so that's an hour of gameplay between these two guys. But the beta test is 3 whole days, right?
Yeah.
So you have all the time in the world. I'm sure all the people watching right now, once they get their hands on it, once the other pros get their hands on it, everyone starts sharing tech and strategy, uploading videos and stuff. We're gonna see a completely different game.
Yeah, you see, guys, man, even with just an hour, right? Even though these are professional players, they weren't able to completely tap into all the potential that the game has. So you guys at home, make sure you guys sign up for that beta. Like you said, it's gonna go on at the end of the month, May 31st to June 1st. Make sure you guys get out there, sign up, and yeah, you could be a part of it.
Cutoffs will be May 23rd, May 24th, depending on where you are. So you got a bit of time. Yeah, so this is cool. He's talking about the cooldown system, right? That's very, very unique here. And it's nice because it's not, you saw too, the normals are just as effective, the mobility is just as effective. You don't have to just rely on the special attacks. To just kind of complement your gameplay there. Yeah, use the skills. Yeah, we saw that. It was actually the first combo Fuudo did, right? He did, combo into the super, and that was the last time he did it. He forgot the combo mid-set. Yeah, in just 1 hour. I want to see Pachi's face, though. Was he salty? They both had, the student and the teacher here. Yeah, so here's some more news right now. That's the beta test. It's from May 31st to June 1st, so 3 days over that weekend. There we go, Adu is out.
Well, all right, guys. Yeah, thanks for tuning in to this Granblue versus exhibition. Once again, make sure you guys sign up for the beta. It's going on at the end of the month. It's going to be a lot of fun. You got 3 days to be able to break down the game.
Are you going to play?
Absolutely. Oh, man, bro.
I'll play you.
I'm Team Ferry all day.
You Team Ferry?
I'm Team Ferry.
I don't think, if you're Team Ferry seems like a zoning character, I'm picking Lancelot. I'm going to rush you down.
Oh, you don't understand.
I'm going to rush you down.
I'm best Ferry in Japan.
Right now?
I'm best Ferry in Japan.
We'll see at the beta test. But yeah, once again, guys, I'm Juna, joined with
Majid Obama. Catch you guys next time.
Yep, peace, guys.